fire, fire, fire.
People have been claiming that Oblivion is woke for replacing female and male body types in the game itself when you start the game. So I had two thoughts on this when I first saw this yesterday. Number one, this is the stupidest and most fucking annoying change. The entire game is designed around male and female. You're gonna get referred by the quest NPCs as he or she. It's literally just virtue signaling. It's stupid. It serves no purpose. They literally only did it to pander. And then following that, I immediately thought to myself, there are gonna be people that are saying like, go woke and go broke because of this, and they are going to be sincerely disappointed. Oblivion is a fucking classic. It is absolute cinema. It's up there with Morrowind and Skyrim. I almost said Skywind. The graphics look superb. I saw them myself. I had a little bit of a critique on the colorations and stuff, but, you know, that's just me. There's a gigantic fan base behind Elder Scrolls. The mass majority of people aren't gonna give a shit about body type 1 and 2. When it's a remastered version of Oblivion we're talking about, okay? UA5 sloppa? Yeah, but like, it's good sloppa. It's good sloppa. Yeah. It still comes with all the classic stuff. Yeah, and that's fine. Like, again, it kind of adds to the charm. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Literally unplayable! And I saw this post, and I thought it was pretty relevant to what I was thinking, too. I'm gonna read this. They said, I don't typically comment on body type nonsense because it helps no one, but Oblivion has a quest called the Siren's Deception that changes if you play as a female, but now you don't choose gender, you choose body type. So does the quest still exist, or did they change it? I'll get a mod to fix it, assuming Nexus doesn't ban that mod. Well, I got news for you, buddy. It's amazing! The Smuggler and a Waifu Cup launch coming this April on the 7th. Only for 2 weeks. Don't miss out. Don't forget to click the link in the video description below. Do I really have to spell it out for you? You're a man and I'm a woman with a certain desire. You figure out the rest. This is the one time it really annoys me, because if it remains the same, you are explicitly choosing a gender. You're not choosing a body type. I am not choosing to play as a man in a woman's body. I'm not picking a female avatar. I'm picking an actual woman. Why bother? Question mark. I think this is a very valid criticism, in my opinion. Yeah. The quest is you investigating a group of women who rob men by seducing them. If you play as a woman, they try and cut you in. If you play as a man, they just try and seduce you. But I'm not a female, according to Bethesda. I'm body type 2 or whatever. And that's what I think is very valid about criticizing the kind of thing, because this is a classic game, you know? Unless the dialogue is now you're body type 1 and 2 and I'm a body type 2, this made no sense to be changed. If the game doesn't refer to your gender, has you play as an avatar, select your gender afterwards, this point would be moot, but it's literally type 1 and 2. It's try-hard nonsense. I'm not here to say it's game-breaking or it's the end of the Western civilization. It annoys me, and specifically me, for the literal reason that you're literally not picking a body type. You're picking a gender. They're being confusing and helping 0 people in the process. Bringing up Baldur's Gate 3, pretty based. Baldur's Gate 3 did it super easy. Pick a body type, but also pick the gender too. It's that easy. Not doing the bare minimum and just trading male/female with type A, type B just shows how little you actually care about anything, which is true. They say identity, and you can pick the voices that you want. You can have a male voice on a female body if you want for Baldur's Gate 3. I say this as someone who loves character creation. I like being able to boot up a game. I have the choice of playing a gruff-voiced, big-titty anime girl. I like the variation with the idea of playing around with body types. But this is lazy. I called out Elden Ring for it too. If Bethesda doubled down and have you also play male-female as well as body type, you can play as a Khajiit femboy or something. I'm willing to eat crow and rescind this thread. I've played games with literal pronoun sliders. I just get really annoyed by phoniness. And again, very valid criticism. This is what I'm saying. I don't think it ruins the entire game. It's just fucking stupid. There's clearly zero thought put into it. Someone in chat, it's just corpo pandering. Which it is. There was no thought put into it. You know there's probably just some blue-haired Karen on the dev team that made this change. Nobody batted an eye. I'm not gonna let Oblivion be, I'm not gonna let that ruin Oblivion for me. I'm not gonna let one retard ruin an absolute classic that I like and shit on all the people that made one of my favorite games. Like, is it stupid? Yeah. Is it annoying? Yeah. Does it lack common sense? Yeah. But does it ruin the entire game? No, of course not. I think it's obviously important that we call out stupid corpo borpo virtue signaling for what it is. It's woke pandering. But I'm not gonna not buy Oblivion because of it. If anything, I think it helps more to have tons of people playing the game and tons of people getting to these quests so that they can come to the conclusion themselves that this is inherently stupid. Yeah, you're just seeing it and you roll your eyes and move on. But like at the end of the day, it's not like a massive deal. This is a non-issue. 99% of the time you are addressed solely as a race, not a gender. Elder Scrolls has had trans, non-binary, quite literally both sexist since Daggerfall. You completely missed the point here, though. We don't have pronouns in the game, so why do you even have body type 1 and 2 in the game? You're kind of really missing the point of what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and if it's such a non-issue, why did they ban the mods? I'll show you in a second why you're missing the point. I'm not scolding you, by the way. I'm just saying you're missing the point. Yeah. Sammy says it looks like a performative and silly change from man and woman was entirely pointless and simply for virtue points. Type 1 is referred to as she. Type 2 would get treated as he. So I guess now the activists are obligated to call it transphobic. Keep in mind this is only brought up because they changed the character creator. Why do it if they aren't gonna virtue all the way? Anyway, it's a very silly thing to do. I wish they wouldn't do that, and all you can do is say this is so silly. All that matters at the end of the day is my husband is having a good time. This is my type 1 character being talked about by the Emperor. It's literally male, female, but it's referred to as type 1 and 2 in the menu. It's dumb and it's virtue signaling. She can help us. She must help us. No, it's half-assed. This is exactly what I'm talking about. The fucking character creator body type 1 and 2 bullshit is entirely performative and likely done by one moron with an agenda and thinks they're saving the world or trans people or something by making this change. But in reality, what they've done is they illustrate that you don't really give a shit and only made the change to get like those people excited, the woke people that are like, oh yes, body type 1 and 2 in Elder Scrolls, we're moving forward. It's like, no, they don't actually give a fuck about you, man. Because if you actually cared, you want to know what they would do? You would have spent dev time to get every single quest fixed for that and make dialogue or create new dialogue. And even in some cases, gameplay changes, like with the quest that this person points out is quite literally kind of stupid if you really think about it now with the context change. But they didn't. They made a hollow, surface level, woke pandering bullshit change that they don't actually give two shits about for the sole purpose of getting that crowd in the door at the character creation screen. And that's what I've been trying to say for years, is that the corpos themselves don't truly give a fuck. I don't think anyone cares much about it. As long as you can do Oblivion things, it doesn't matter. I know people don't care that much. But at the same time, if it doesn't really matter that much, why on God's green earth did you start banning people for putting back in the original body type 1 and 2 into male and female? Why did you do that? I don't understand that logic at all. If it's not a big deal, why did you change it? Guys, the PP politics in the Oblivion remake are no big deal. In fact, they're such a no big deal that if you remove them, you'll be banned from Nexus Mods. Are you telling me that Nexus Mods isn't being weird for this? I think it's weird. I think everyone should be able to mod whatever the frick they want, within reason. This isn't like a crime against humanity. Yeah, I think that's weird. Yeah. Look what happened. I saw this as well. Nexus Mods deleted the body type mod for Oblivion. The mod was up for about 30 minutes. Moderator locked the comments, then deleted the mod 10 minutes later. I know this isn't an exact one-to-one, but when people remake movies like classics and then they change very small fundamental things about the movie in terms of script writing or the appearance of certain characters, maybe they change the race of that character. An old classic, like for Harry Potter, for example, I think it's pandering, and I think it's weird. Why did they do that to not Mr. Snape, Severus Snape? Did Nexus Mod do BS like this before? Yes, and I've criticized it. I said it was weird. Anything for you, male or female, you've gone too far. Even if you dismiss the fact that it's like, oh, well, I don't like that you're engaging in this culture war shit. Are you implying that the original Oblivion before the remake somehow was inherently wrong for having male and female as an option? Like, are you picking up what I'm putting down? Like, aren't you inherently implying that means that the old game is bad, new game is good because you changed one thing about it? I don't think it's their moral obligation to start policing people for wanting to have mods to make it more like the original. I don't know. That's just me. Again, I'm gonna probably play it. I never played the original Oblivion. It was a little bit too old and janky for me, but you know. The remaster's good so far? Yeah, I'm sure. I can't wait for the best mods to come to Oblivion, though. I'm gonna be real. Now it's just new and janky. It's so true. They've deleted 3 or 4 mods already. Yeah, they started banning people. Sky Oblivion. Oh my goodness. It's exciting. Bethesda said no mod support. I don't know about that.
Fire, fire, fire.